And a warm, warm welcome to the moderator of today, Madeleine Opira. who's the founder of A Million Minds. And Madeleine, you've also been in Mittliv's board and a former mentee. We are so glad to have you. And what do you hope from today?
I hope that we go away from here with insights, perspectives, and a real seed that will turn into fruit for making it actual actions. So that's what I'm hoping for today.
Thank you. And the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, distinguished guests, panelists, and speakers, it is a true privilege to welcome you all, whether you are at home watching this or at your office, or whether you are here to Mittliv's Symposium for an inclusive labor market. Now, an inclusive labor market, the title itself suggests that the labor market is exclusive for those who can and know how to access it. However, if unwritten codes are required in order to enter a world of opportunities, one has to ask, is this the most beneficial for all stakeholders? And one could argue, according to the business case for diversity, equity, and inclusion, that there is a wealth of research that shows that there are advantages on multiple layers when it comes to diversity and the labor market. We all know that you will prosper more with diversity. And one could also argue, according to the moral case, that it would be just to have an inclusive labor market, that it would be fairer for everyone to have access to the labor market, which makes sense. It is, however, debatable whether or not we are making great progress. So not good, not progress, but great progress. It is debatable if we are stagnating or if we are moving backwards. And it depends on where in the world you are looking and also who you are in the world looking at this matter. At today's symposium, we will be diving into these subject matters from a number of angles. And I will now take you through some of the highlights of the day. So we will start off with Lenka Prokopek-Karlberg, CEO of Mittliv, who will take us through the latest insights in the field. We'll then go from the latest insights to depart from a global onset with Professor Lawrence Romani from Stockholm School of Economics and Ambry Johnson, founder of Inclusion Wins and author of Reconstructing Inclusion, where we'll be diving into exploring more the obstacles and the possibilities in the developing of a balanced D&I. From there, we will have a more subjective point of view, where we look at how does it look for highly skilled job seekers today, as well as for employees that are seeking to have a more diverse workforce. We'll meet Per Utterbeck from Volvo, AB Volvo, and Satsara, that will talk us through how they, in the Mittliv's program, found how they can share experiences and the journey. But diversity and equity and inclusion should not be viewed only in the light of a subjective experience. And that is why we need to put this into a broader perspective, as the implementation, as well as the insufficient implementation, has severe consequences on multiple aspects of our lives, of all of our lives. Diversity affects everybody. To explain more on this and how mindsets as well as behavior play a vital role, we will hear from Paul Debreen from the Inner Development Goals. After that, we'll bring back Triple and Touch, which I'm sure you're all waiting for to have another look at. Have a small break for 20 minutes. Then we will get insights from Peter Belid from Novus, who will take us through a report called Managers Responsible for Diversity and Inclusion. And then it will get very, very exciting, because here in Sweden there is a unique initiative going on where CEOs are joining forces to find solutions for D&I together. And they are joining forces with Mittliv, and we will be hearing from a number of CEOs talking us through why they're doing this and where they're heading with this. So, as you probably know by now, my name is Madeleine Opira, and I will be your hostess, conferencier today, taking you through the program. Before we get started fully, it's important that we have a common language and understanding when we talk about diversity and equity and inclusion. So here at Mitliv, this is the definition. Diversity occurs in a group that compromises people with differing backgrounds, circumstances, and situations. This results in a diversity of perspectives, which in turn enriches the group. Equity is the fair and unbiased treatment of all individuals, ensuring that workplace opportunities and/or outcomes are not impacted by an individual's identity. Equitable design takes into consideration a person's individual circumstances, adjusting treatment accordingly so that the result is equal. And finally, inclusion. Inclusion is a workplace culture which both embraces and encourages diversity, allowing individuals to fully contribute, be their true selves, and enhancing the sense of belonging. Inclusion is an experience which is often first and foremost created by our individual and group behaviors, actions, and interactions. To get us started, I would like to have Jonas up on stage, because we would like you all to take out your mobile phones. We're going to ask you a question.
Right. Now, you might be able to scan the QR code, because no event, right, is complete without a cell phone. This goes for you online as well. I'm going to stand a bit as well with you, Madeleine, on the side so that everybody can get it. If you don't see the QR code clearly or it doesn't work, then you just open your browser and you go to slido.com. The hashtag then is Mitliv. And then you'll come into the event. Now, as you can see, you will be asked to pick a name. My name is, of course, Lara Croft. I don't know about you, but you can be a superhuman if you want to, and that's a possibility. However, if you send in a question, we kindly ask you to put in your email address in that question, so that if we don't have time to answer it during the session, that we can get back to you. So just bear that in mind, and that goes as well for those of you watching online. Do send in your email with the question. That helps to cover it. Now, if we go to the next slide, we are ready for the first question. And then we have people already answering here. How does it make you feel when you are truly included? Now, throughout the day, the polls will come up, and then you can answer them here. We have Susanne, wonderful. Ulrika, positive. Pega, welcome, safe. Safe, good. You're at Volvo, right? Empowered and respected from Stephanie. Peter goes, warmth, honest, a part of all. Right? The list goes on and on. Now we're getting some abbreviations. Still no super names. Anonymous. Now, valued and give my 100%. Safe, that I belong. Right? These words will be a part that carries you throughout the day. So what you sent in now empowers us. And with that, I leave the word back to Madeleine.
Thank you very much, Jonas. And thank you, everyone, for contributing with your point of view. It's very interesting to see that.